happens in Atlantic City impacts the entire county. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Mayor Chuck Chiarello of Buena Vista Township. Thanks so much for being with us.
It's a pleasure, Jill.
Obviously, challenges in Atlantic City financially. There have been job layoffs, casino closures, but the challenges related to the tax base, you say, impact the entire county. Give us an indication as to what's been happening in Atlantic City that has had a direct impact not just on you as a municipality, but all of the other towns and municipalities in Atlantic County.
Well, it is a chain reaction type of effect. First of all, the closings of the casinos, the loss of jobs, and ultimately a certain amount of loss of tourism and visitors, which impacts other sundry related businesses, and all of that hurts the general economy of the county. But when it comes to paying tax bills, every town, based on the ratables in Atlantic City, which are declining, wind up paying more taxes, and it has to be shared amongst every town in the county. It's always been a burden on a lot of the towns. We're a smaller town in Atlantic County, and we're in the western end, but most of the high-growth towns like Egg Harbor Township, Galloway Township, Hamilton Township, those have become the bedroom communities for Atlantic City. The schools, the infrastructure, businesses, things that have impacted those towns dramatically, they would hurt more than anybody else. We all proportionally hurt by our size and population. So there's been a number of people working on trying to solve the whole Atlantic City crisis, and one of the things that's out there is a payment in lieu of taxes bill called the pilot bill, which is sitting on the governor's desk.
And let's focus on what this would actually mean. This pilot or payment in lieu of taxes program has not been signed at this point, and the governor would need to make a decision as to whether this would move forward or he would need to veto the program. But how would this pilot program or payment in lieu of taxes program work? What would it mean for the county? What would it mean for local communities?
Well, what it would bring is stabilization. It is based on the fact that taxes would be distributed in a certain long-term projection so that casinos would not keep appealing their taxes, so that the county and the city of Atlantic City would have a steady source of income, which then means more stabilized taxes for the other 22 towns in the county. So it is on the governor's desk, and there are different versions, thoughts in the mind of different people that the bill should either A, be signed, or B, it should be conditionally vetoed for the governor to more specifically address the Atlantic City, Atlantic County issue of how much funding and what percentage of funding should go to the county. Once the county strikes its tax rate, then that's how the money gets distributed amongst all the rest of the towns. If they get less tax money, all the towns pay more tax money. Because
this issue has been in flux and there has been disagreement as to tax rates, what has this meant as local communities send out their tax bills, for example, to their residents? That's something that towns have had to do.
It's caused kind of mass confusion. Normally, back in July, we would send out the tax bills. They went out numerous weeks late, anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks late, which means then come August, we are not able to get our regular revenues in, which we use to pay our school taxes and our county taxes, and in our case, fire district taxes. So without that regular source of revenue, you have to allow the people from the time they get the tax bill a certain grace period before they actually have to pay it and to pay interest. So hopefully by the time the month of August is over, you then will start getting your normal tax flow, but it really does hurt. I mean, a little town like ours, we pay about $900,000 a month to the school district. We pay $600 and something thousand every quarter to the county. And so without taxes coming in, there's a cash flow problem. And it's not just our town, it's every town in the county. So most of us had to come up with a decision. Do we send the tax bills out? Do we give estimate bills out, or do we then adjust it later? And even adjusting tax bills later can cost the town double postage, double mailing fees, So it has an impact on everyone.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Jill.
We've been talking with Mayor Chuck Chiarello of Buena Vista Township. I'm Jill Horner.